What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? I'm back once again. It's been about 6 months, if I am counting correctly, which I'm probably not. In the meantime, things have been just crazy. I haven't been blogging because we, as a team, experienced some difficulties, starting with me. It's not as funny as it sounds. My grandfather passed away in January, and I was not told till a few months later. So that was very difficult to deal with, especially considering it had been so long. So that took a great deal out of me for quite some time. And right on the heels of that, right as I was starting to sort of come out of that, my father-in-law got into an accident with my sister-in-law. Not together. They didn't hit each other. They hit a semi, and now my father-in-law is in a wheelchair. My sister-in-law is fine. She had surgery. She's okay. We had a lot of really nice people responding to requests for help and prayers and whatever anybody thought they wanted to give in terms of well-wishing. That was extremely nice. Other than that, the horrible tragedies, they're both alive, so that's more than I can say for other people. So I try not to consider that a loss. Over the summer, there also was, we had Pride in June. And I'm gonna write a whole piece about this, but I spent my Pride, my June, in a state of crisis. So, and all the bisexuals out there who are in heterosexual relationships will understand. But that's for another blog. I am really hoping in the meantime to get back up to speed, get writing again. I have met a really exciting and passionate and motivated group of individuals. Shout out to the left hand of Tyr, I love you. It's been really an immense comfort finding a community. It reminded me very much of when I first came out and started participating in the community, which didn't happen till 10 years after that, after coming out. And it was homecoming, and it was finding another pagan all at once. It was a fantastic combination of feelings. The left hand of Tyr, for those who aren't following me on Facebook, no wonder, because I'm super annoying. Left Hand of Tyr is a heathen group where, sorry I got hair on my face, is a heathen group, and I have joined them. I don't even remember when it was that I joined them. I just suddenly had friends that were just as pagan and just as leftist and just as radical as me. And it was very weird. I was suddenly surrounded by all these people that were immediately a support system. And I met them through another heathen group that dealt in activism, which is what the left hand of Tyr does, activism, education. And we try to mobilize ourselves for various purposes. It's just been so exciting and so affirming. I met them through another group, I don't even remember which. It was one of the big anti-fascist, anti-Nazi heathen groups. My focus lately has been heathen groups and the heathen community because that is where all of our Nazi cousins are coming from. Love it. So I started participating more in the heathen community specifically, and found a pretty big name group that I joined, and decided that I didn't like their methods. Because they were, whatever, we're not gonna go into that. My heathens know about that. So it was just fantastic to suddenly find myself surrounded by people who were just as committed and passionate and motivated who weren't afraid of stepping in where it's needed. And just immediately, since day one, it feels like I have been surrounded by people who are just on my wavelength, and it's fantastic. It is fantastic, and I never worry about burnout. Like, I do, but I don't worry that much about it anymore, because I know that I'm not alone, and all I have to do is turn to some of the people in the left hand of tier and go, hey, I'm burning out, I am tired, I am dealing with failure, I need some assistance, and they are immediately there, which is, they're there without asking. So that's been pretty exciting as well, to have people in my support system jump in and assist without being asked, and being able to discern between the two, whether or not they should, which is fantastic. A lot of people have no subtlety, myself included. So it's been a really exciting summer. The Conscious Path project continues. I took some time off because of everything that I mentioned earlier. I had to stop directing my group for a minute, and we should be back on track very shortly. It's been an extremely volatile summer in terms of like social justice work. It's been really crazy. I can't even give the highlights anymore, because it's just been so, there's something horrible happening every day, as you all well know. So I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm glad to be back. I am glad to be back with all these new people, and things are starting to finally look up, sort of, in terms of my own personal life, not the world around us. I will talk to you all later. That's all for me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.